So today we are cooking okra stew. So we got the idea for this at an Ethiopian place that we really like. They call it Bamya there. And so Vinay really likes the stew there. It's one of their only vegetarian options. And he's vegetarian. So, I tried to come up with a recipe for it, looked it up online quite a bit. And there are all these variations of how you can make bamya, and so I went for the vegetarian one, and so yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So to go with bamya, we're also going to make coconut rice. So I guess the background for that recipe is from southern India, and so basically there what they do is they roast fresh coconut. And they cook it along with the rice and then season it later on with like spices and lentils and stuff like that. But the way we're going to do it, just to give it a little more flavor, is to cook the rice with coconut milk itself instead of water. And then once the rice is cooked, mix it up with toasted coconut, a bit of chili, some ginger to bring out the flavor of the coconut and complement it. And also serve it maybe with some interesting sides. So these are the sides that we're gonna have with our rice and okra stew. This one's a lime pickle. I really like that brand. That's my favorite. It's called Priya, P-R-I-Y-A. You get it in most Indian stores. Basically slices of lemon mixed up with spices and a bit of garlic. The other one is a garlic pickle, also one of my favorites. The brand is called Shan, and basically that's tiny cloves of garlic in a mixture of spices, olive oil, and almonds and raisins. Okay, so this is coconut rice 101. So there are 2 cups of rice in here and 1 cup of coconut milk. Water. You can put 2 cups of coconut milk. 2 cups of coconut. So basically what you want to do is 2:1 water to rice ratio. So that's why 2 cups of coconut milk and 2 cups of water go in there. And you can stir it around a bit if I can find the spoon. The coconut milk has a bit of oil in there, and that will help the rice from sticking to each other, so that's good. Cover, cook. That's it for now. So now we're making okra stew. The first thing is I've got about 3 tablespoons of oil in here, very heavy bottom pot, heated on medium-high heat. And so when the pot's hot enough, in goes about 1.5 large chopped red onions. And so we're going to saute the onion until it softens, and you'll get the other stuff in. Okay, the onions are nice and soft now. I'm putting in 6 cloves of really finely chopped garlic. Really fine. So saute this for 2-3 minutes. So now I'm putting in about 1 tablespoon of cumin and about a teaspoonful of peri-peri. It's an African spice. Gives it a bit of sweetness. And so we saute this for about couple of minutes until the spices start smelling really good. Let's say about 2 or 3 minutes. Put in a couple of spices in here, about a tablespoon of cumin and about 1.5 teaspoons of peri-peri, which is this African spice that gives the stew a nice sweet and spicy flavor. So now I've put in about 2 medium tomatoes. Roughly chopped is good enough. And I'm gonna saute this for about 5 to 10 minutes, covered, until the tomatoes break down and this whole thing here becomes kind of like a paste. Okay.
Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes now, and the onions and tomatoes here are nicely browning. The tomatoes have pretty much broken down, and it looks like that. So into this I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of tamarind, which that's what it looks like. So when you get that at the store, you kind of soften it in a bit of water, about 1 cup of water. 2 tablespoons of this in 1 cup of water, and put it in here. And that's what I have. It goes in there. And give it a little bit of a stir. And about a tablespoon, well, a large tablespoon of date paste. That's basically about 6 dates chopped up and mixed with a little bit of water. Okay, so now you can see this looks very nice and stew-like. So we're going to put in 1.5 packages of cut okra. So how much is that actually? So about 1.5 pounds of cut okra. Throw in here. That's 1. And it's about half. Okay, so give it a little stir. Bring the heat down to medium-low. Give it a nice stir because it's all frozen there. And cover and cook for about 15 to 20 minutes until the okra breaks down a bit and is nice and tender. Cut. Step 2 in making this coconut rice thing. Okay, so I have about 2 tablespoons of sesame oil in here. It's nicely heated up. I'm going to put in about 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds. And you kind of stir this for... Oh yeah. So yeah, it's on medium-high. And just stir this around for a little bit, like maybe a minute or so, until the cumin seeds are nicely roasted. Now about half a teaspoon of chopped green chili, the hot kind. So you can hear that spluttering for a little bit. And about 1 tablespoon of finely chopped ginger. Fresh ginger. Okay, so saute that for about a minute or so. And that's pretty much it. You add the rice in that we've cooked and stir it around for a bit. There's the rice, nice and fluffy. And if you could smell it, it smells really nice and coconutty. So the whole thing just goes in there. Got a little bit at the bottom. That's okay. So you just want to gently stir this so that you don't break up the rice too much. And we're almost done. So now you just season it with a bit of salt. Stir it really well so all that good cumin gets into the rice. Okay. And where's the salt? So now I'm going to put in about half a cup of shredded coconut. So this is the dry kind. If you're going to use the one that's more moist than this, you might want to like roast it a little bit before you put the rice in, along with the cumin seeds. So maybe like a minute or 2 just to get rid of some of that excess water. So alright, I'm gonna just spread about half a cup of this. So just stir that around a bit, and the last and final touch is salt. So salt basically just to taste. I guess about 2–2.5 teaspoons. And that's it. That's cooked with rice. Ta-da! So we're almost done with the okra. Now we just need to add salt to taste. So I usually add about 2 teaspoons. That's about it. And then about 2 tablespoons of finely chopped cilantro. And the juice of half a lemon. And turn off the fire, yes, and give it a stir, and we're done.